So this is wax myrtle, also known as southern bayberry. Scientific name is Myrica cerifera. This is one of my favorite small trees, primarily a shrub. Pretty easy to identify by its smell once you smell it for the first time. Other than that, it's simple in composition, alternate in arrangement, and an evergreen. Also, if you have a magnifying glass or a hand lens and you look on the underside of the leaf, it's got small, look like little globes, and those globes are full of a flammable oil. So this will actually burn green. You can throw some of the leaves or a branch in a fire and not only watch it go up, but listen to it too. So pretty cool in that regard. Wildlife use, not too much. You know, if there's nothing else, deer will browse it. There are a few songbirds that will eat the fruit. The real reason I like this tree is it's for its use as a natural insect repellent. So I used to work as a professional forester for a long time, and I spend about 50% of my time in the field mapping, cruising timber, etc. And I haven't used man-made insect repellent in over 20 years. This is what I've used for the most part, wax myrtle. And the way you use it is simply pull off a bunch of the green leaves, crush it between your hands, and you can smell that distinct odor, which I think is actually pleasant, and you just rub it over your exposed skin, and that includes your face, your ears, your head, your neck. You know, if you're wearing shorts, you get your legs. And I'm not going to say that this works as well as DEET. It doesn't. You do have to reapply it more frequently, probably depending on how much you're sweating and how bad the bugs are. But it does work. And you're probably going, well, he probably hasn't been around areas where the insects were really that bad. So I've cruised timber and, like I said, mapped all over the southeast, primarily North Florida, South Georgia, and Lower Alabama. And I've been in some bad places, out and around the Okefenokee Swamp, through Tate's Hell, through all sorts of swamps and wet pine flatwoods. So trust me, I've been through some bad stuff. And if it gets that bad, I carry a head net too, and I'll throw a head net on, and that usually will save me. Even with, I've been in places where the DEET isn't going to do that much for you anyway, so a head net is a good thing. But it's kind of funny, though, the worst places that I've been usually have been where man is involved, not so much the natural settings. You know, coming out on a power line at dusk where the dog fennel's 6 foot tall and you're having to crash through it, and the mosquitoes are so thick you got to be careful you don't breathe a mouthful in. I mean, that thick. Or on the edge of a young pine plantation in summer where the deer flies are so thick that you can look down at your shadow and you see a haze around your head from them swarming. So trust me, I've been through the nasties. Make sure you're using this when you're rubbing it all over yourself if you're going to try it. I'd hate to see you get chiggers grabbing onto a handful of gallberry, or poison ivy or poison oak, poison sumac, something like that. So make sure you're using this before you rub it all over yourself. Hope this helps. Really love this tree, and take care.